This is the first meeting where I went public on November 1st, 2011, like 6, 7 months after trying to work with City Hall, all doors slamming shut, mats going missing. The last thing I needed to do was to be going public. I had relocated here and needed to be under all radar with my children and just begin healing in safety and get them through school. So this was really dangerous for me and very upsetting. Here we go.
Okay, open to the public. This is the time to speak your piece. Say your name and the town that you're from.
Lori Allen, Belfast, Seaview Terrace, having stormwater issues. I'll start off with a letter here that I wrote to my neighbors. August 16th. Please give your support to stop the city from flushing city stormwater to Seaview Terrace. I have diligently been working for 3 months to stop this, and we are there. Whenever this meeting is scheduled, your voice and support is all that is required. Due to my persistence and fact-focusing, Joe Slocum has agreed that the city is responsible to correctly shed stormwater from the road of Seaview Terrace. And I want to note, for the past 3 months, Wayne Marshall and Bob Richards refused any city responsibility to the road. The road is crumbling due to all the water underneath and lack of drainage. The city's refusal and lengths that they've gone to stop me from getting basic city stormwater drainage channels is red flag, high alert, full bells and whistles that this is serious. We do not know, and apparently are not entitled to know, the stormwater that the city is channeling to Seaview Terrace. No one knows the volume that is escalating. In fact, here is a direct quote from an email from Wayne Marshall dated May 5th, 2011. The city has not made any changes to the stream. The city has no authority to perform work on private property. It appears that Maine is about 5+ years into a long-term trend that is resulting in Maine experiencing much greater levels of rain than in the past. I can't immediately put my fingers on a table that illustrates rain volumes, but I know that rainfall levels have increased from about 45 inches per year to about 60 inches per year. The increased rainfall is wreaking havoc on many areas in Maine and in Belfast. Areas that didn't experience flooding in the past are now experiencing flooding. Areas that formerly experienced flooding are now seeing flooding more frequently or greater volumes of water. That's the end of Wayne's comment. The city has added, and perhaps is still adding, to the stream. The city has performed work on private property. The increased rainfall and forced diversion of city stormwater to Seaview Terrace is wreaking havoc on residents. In May, Wayne Marshall highly advised getting flood insurance because the city was not going to divert their city stormwater away from us. It is not if the flooding will occur, it already has. Here are a few of many. 40 Seaview Terrace has reported that the culvert, and it is huge, could not handle the city stormwater and overflowed, flooding her yard, sweeping away landscaping and stone. Joe Slocum said it could sweep 40 Terrace off its foundation. 27 Seaview Terrace has reported that stream flooded over their yard across Seaview Terrace and onto 26 Seaview Terrace. 17 Seaview Terrace has lost approximately 600 feet of property within 6 months of 2011, swept away in the rapid torrents of the stream. 3 Seaview Terrace has reported erosion and flooding from the stream in their backyard. Joe Slocum has admitted that the city is negligent in not providing proper drainage for Seaview Terrace residents. Christmas break of 2009, I drove up from New Jersey specifically to see my current home and 4 other homes that Town and Country of Belfast lined up. I stated over and over that I did not want any water problems. I rejected all that showed any signs of water problems. I asked why my current home was on the market for so long. Were there any problems? No problems, they said, just a slow market. The yard was covered in snow, the stream was not visible, and it was never disclosed. A property inspection report done by DJ Brown of China Village on April 15th did not reveal any stream. The boundary survey, dated 1994, showed a chain link fence and even a clothesline, but no stream. The tax maps show no stream. I crawled here from my closing on June 28th, 2010 with my sons, beagles, and 50 years of my life in a Penske truck. Beat up and exhausted, but I made it. I made it. I didn't find out 2 weeks later that I owned that stream. I was in the midst of a difficult court relocation proceedings for my children. Fast forward 9 months to March. The almost dry stream was now a torn, wild rapids, rising over 4 feet and expanding an additional 6 feet, sweeping my property away. On May 5th, 2011, I went to the city planner to give my concerns for the annex addition and gave him pictures of the erosion. I told Wayne Marshall that I was struggling to get rocks against the banks. It was caving in. Where 3 months prior I had at least 6 foot of property before hitting a fence post, it is now less than 2 feet away and still eroding. I asked for city assistance, even one man to help placing rocks. Wayne said no. Then he showed me a map on the wall and traced at least 5 channels of water, even from across Route 1, to my private property. He advised me to get flood insurance, which I did, and has cost me over $2,000, but doesn't protect the land. My concerns for the annex and erosion pictures were given to the planning board. A site visit was scheduled on May 25th, including my stream erosion. During the visit at the annex, as I was standing right next to these men, one planning board member pointed to my property and said to the other member, "How would you like to own that property?" And the reply was, "No way," and they laughed. They knew who I was, knew I heard them, and they didn't care. None of them came to see my property. I was sick to my stomach and have been consistently dismissed and disrespected by city officials, city council, and the planning board. I requested a copy of the map from Wayne Marshall on May 6, 2011, because diverting all those city stormwater to private property and then relinquishing responsibility cannot be allowable. That map has gone missing, and Wayne Marshall and Joe Slocum state over and over, and I quote, Wayne Marshall, "The city, however, believes that it has not taken any action to alter the stormwater management system constructed by the original property owner, and we believe that we are not responsible for any damage from stormwater on your property. The city has not taken any action to reroute stormwater or to construct new drainage improvements. This is not true and has been nothing short of torture to get any accountability and honesty. The city has rerouted stormwater on Seaview Terrace to my private property. That is wetlands and is DEP regulated. However, the DEP is too overwhelmed to research. The city has deepened ditches within the past 3 years to drain stormwater from Seaview Terrace residents and city property behind 22 Seaview Terrace to my private property. Joe Slocum said he knew exactly what maps I wanted and told me to go to City Hall and get them. And this is what happened when I went to City Hall. The copy of the map that is being withheld is the map that shows the channels to the city stormwater draining into Seaview Terrace. Mr. Marshall showed me this map on the planning office wall in May and traced the channels and flow to Seaview Terrace. Several crossed over Route 1. I have been requesting a copy since that visit. Mr. Slocum assured me that he knew the map and that I could pick it up today from Jenica. The map Jenica and Nora gave me was the same map that shows the stream only, not the channels that are draining into it. Jenica walked upstairs with me to see the map on the wall, and the map was gone, replaced by others. There was another woman employee working at the desk. It was 9 a.m. Todd Rosenberg, code enforcement, said the maps on the walls have been there for 2 years. I saw many maps lying on top of each other on a rolling floor arm, as well as on an arm above and attached to the wall. I requested to look at these maps, and Todd refused. Jenica and the woman at the desk were present and witness. I was informed that he had instructions not to help me. Wayne Marshall also confirmed this. I came home and I called Marina. Marina said this was not legal to refuse public documents. I went back to City Hall, asked the woman employee to see the maps. Mr. Marshall came out and insisted that the maps on the wall were what he showed me. He denied that he showed me channels draining into Seaview Terrace. I requested to see the maps that Todd refused to give me. The maps on the arm roller were gone. I looked at the maps that were on the wall arm. None of them showed any of the water channels, drains, ditches. Mr. Marshall went into his office and quickly came out with a map from approximately 1957 showing the stream. I never said or implied that I thought that the stream was man-made. I have been consistent in all previous communications that the city has been diverting stormwater to my private property via the huge culvert crossing under Seaview Terrace since Mr. Marshall showed me that map and explained this to me in May. Why would I know this and keep asking for the map? I told Mr. Marshall that I wanted to see maps showing the water channels, drains, ditches. He said there were not any maps of these. I said I did not believe him. It would not be feasible to be out there randomly digging ditches with no record for the city. He said I called him a liar and he was done talking to me. I told him he was a city employee and that he needed to curb his ego. I saw this map. There are maps showing these channels. The city is withholding them. These maps will clearly support the severe erosion to my property from improper diversion of city stormwater and alert the residents of Seaview Terrace the importance of this meeting. I have been methodically and patiently chasing the city for answers and the maps since May. The city manager, Joe Slocum, over 3 months later, claiming he has just been notified, has ruled that the severe erosion is not severe and he has other matters to attend to. I followed Marina's direction to get the meeting slated on the agenda and requested such. Marina said the hospital, Mike Hogan, the mental health facility would be invited. I requested all residents of Seaview Terrace to be formally notified and Chris Cabot from the DEP. Marina said Wayne Marshall told her he would be sending it out. Apparently this is not being allowed either. Joe Slocum had sent me an email on Friday, August 12th, saying it will be streamside, sometime around the 24th. Wayne Marshall will be getting in touch with me. If this isn't bullying, let's pull it out to vote in the community. The tax-paying residents of Seaview Terrace have the right to know all the channels of city stormwater being diverted to Seaview Terrace, increasing flood potential immensely on an already water-soaked flood zone plain. The city should be helping us, not endangering us. Joe Slocum notified me that he would be forwarding my emails to the City Council. I request that this email get forwarded to the City Council and City Planning Board. Wayne Marshall, at the August 26th street meeting, when asked if there is a culvert crossing under Route 1, said he believes there is, yet will not provide any stormwater channel maps in relation to Seaview Terrace. I asked to be publicly slated on an agenda, whether it be City Council or Planning Board, to Joe Slocum, City Council, and the Planning Board, and was repeatedly ignored. I continually campaigned for an evening meeting at City Hall so all residents could attend and it would be recorded. Ignored. Joe Slocum ordered that the meeting to be held in the street on August 26th at 9:30 a.m. Some residents could not take off from work, others had to use precious vacation time. One resident, providing hospice for a dying man in her home, had to hire a nurse so that she could attend and state her fears. It was a disgraceful sham ran by Wayne Marshall and Bob Richards. Seaview Terrace was shoved into the rabbit hole. For 6 months, the city has methodically tried to break me with ignorance and bullying. The toll on my health and finances is enormous, robbing my children. Clearly, the city does not have any concern for wiping us out. The council showed great concern this past year for the flooded floodplain residents along the Mississippi, stating that officials needed to help get them out. Wayne Marshall bravely commenting that people die. And here we are, your tax-paying residents on the Seaview Terrace floodplain, unable to find out what city stormwater is being sent to our neighborhood. The potential for the culvert to back up and flood us in an instant is alarming. After 6 months of trying to resolve this with the city planner and city manager, 0 results have been yielded. I have requested for City Council to intervene and approve all communications from Joe Slocum and relay them to me. Due to the negligence of the city, therefore, at city expense, I'm requesting all resident stormwater draining and install proper city-maintained drainage on Seaview Terrace. Through the Freedom of Information Act, I have requested to Joe Slocum a map showing all stormwater draining into the culverts at the end of my stream running under Northport Avenue. I am waiting for a response that should now go through City Council. If anyone is interested in viewing the erosion, you can go to www.belfastbullies, that's BELFASTBULLIES.blogspot.com, and click on the blue line. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Lori, did you say belfastbullies.blogspot?
Blogs.
Blogspot. Okay, thank you. What was after that? .com. Thank you.